And we're back from another video. It looks like we got a different
Are
question,
you saying
so we're
some
gonna ask
spells
that too.
aren't taught at Hogwarts? Which ones?
Seems I may have met a kindred spirit. That is a conversation for another time.
Yeah,
It was good meeting you. Good luck
I
today.
think I know what spell you're talking about. Yep, kinda dangerous.
I wouldn't do that if I were you.
I can't even cast Lumen
Revelio.
without my toolmates getting riled up.
Oh yeah, and this was the guy he was friends with, and he was very against using those
Doubt
spells, like
mermaids find us
extremely
better.
against using those spells.
Ah, based on all the chatter when you entered the common room, I'm guessing you're the new fifth year.
Why does he look
I'm
blind?
Ominous. Ominous Gaunt.
Nice to meet you, Ominous.
Well,
Is he
you certainly
blind?
had a memorable arrival.
Well, if I'm going to make my mark here, I had to start right away.
Ha! You're definitely in the right house. Do let me know if I can be of any help as you navigate your first days here, though I doubt you'll need it.
Did that student say he thought he heard a mermaid?
Yes, but I've never heard of a mermaid showing up outside our common room window. It is fun to play along, though. Been known to keep some first years on the lookout for hours.
Were you expecting to be sorted into Slytherin?
Most certainly. My family on my father's side are direct descendants of Salazar Slytherin, one of the 4 founders of Hogwarts. Not something I'm especially proud of, mind you. He was obsessed with blood status, a pure-blood maniac. Unfortunately, most of his descendants do not fall far from that tree.
His eyes does look kind of
Thank you, Ominous.
flaky,
Very
like
nice
he
to
is
meet you.
blind or
Pleasure was
something.
all mine. Don't be a stranger.
I know there are a lot of types of being blind, like one is just not really being
I
blind,
wouldn't do
but
that
just
if I
seeing
were you.
everything
Ugh, not going
like
to
a
move fair, are you?
blurry, yeah.
Watch
And
this.
some of
Don't
them
say I didn't warn you.
see it completely
Checkmate.
different, like a
Told
little
you.
black spot in the middle, but the rest is completely normal. So
They
I
should have
don't
listened
know.
to me.
Maybe he isn't even
I know
blind.
who
Maybe
you
I don't
are.
know.
You're the new Slytherin.
Does
One
kind
who
of look
barged
like
in with
it.
Professor Fig last night. Interesting tactic on your first day, taking all the attention away from the first years. I'm Imelda, by the way. Shame I wasn't with you in Fig. I could have lured that dragon away. My skills on a broom are legendary.
We handled it. And I think you're underestimating the nature of a dragon. A broom would have been kindling.
Ha, not the way I fly. Perhaps one of these days I'll show you a thing or two about flying. I can teach you more than Kogawa ever could. Speaking of which, I'd like to get in some time on my broom before classes.
Do you have a lot of time to fly during school?
I make the time. There's nothing like swerving through the spires of the castle and around the Quidditch pitch to clear the mind.
Are you a keen Wizard chess fan? You knew that boy was going to lose the match.
Not really. Much too sedate a pastime for me. Also, it's simply not that challenging. The moves are always so obvious. Why does no one else see it?
Goodbye, Imelda.
Nice meeting you.
Is the new 5th year Slytherin in here?
I do say
Professor
chess
Weasley's
isn't really
waiting for you
that
just by
easy,
the
but neither
stairs.
is it really that hard. Like professional chess, that becomes pretty easy, but just a normal game of chess that isn't that competitive, but neither is not too competitive. Those two are sometimes a
Good
bit easy.
morning. I trust you're ready for your first day at Hogwarts?
I've been dreaming of this day for a long
I see
time.
chest binder,
Can't
like
believe
the
I'm here.
chest where I have to
you
collect
are
tokens
here.
for, you know.
Make the most of it. You only have one first day at Hogwarts. Now, in light of your unique situation, joining us as a 5th year, you'll need to catch up with your classmates and not fall behind. Especially as you'll be expected to complete your OWLs at the end of the year.
OWLs? Gals?
Yes, your ordinary wizarding level exams. They will determine what type of career you can have when you leave here. After much discussion with the headmaster and the Department of Magical Education at the Ministry, we've devised something extraordinary to ensure your success. Here you are.
Did that just create like a giant
What
mess
is it?
around the school?
It is a wizard's field guide. It will help you to keep track of what you are learning so that you master all that's expected of a 5th year. You would be wise to take full advantage of this exceptionally valuable resource.
Thank you, Professor, but what do you mean it will keep track of what I'm learning?
Perhaps seeing it in action will answer any questions you may have. Walk with me and we shall put it to the test. This way. I certainly would have appreciated something like the field guide when I was a student. Using the guide will also train you to be alert to your surroundings. The guide will give you opportunities to practice your magic and educate yourself about wizarding lore. Do keep up. Why don't you cast Revelio,
Revelio.
on that statue and see what details... Clever, isn't it? Keep your eyes open for more opportunities like that, inside and outside of the castle. Ah, good timing. Perfect opportunity to show you how to use flue flames to get around a bit quicker. Your field guide contains a map of the castle. Open it up and find Central Hall.
Yeah, I already know this. Oh my god, seriously, bro. And man. God.
And here we are. Quite the time saver. These stairs lead directly to Central Hall. You can
Yeah.
get almost anywhere in the castle quickly from Central Hall. Always something happening here. It's the heart of the hive. Our King's Cross station.
I don't understand why people go on about banishment being difficult. It's only one...
That should be all for now. You'll be expected to attend both Charms and Defense Against the Dark Arts classes today. And I'd like to be sure you get to Hogsmeade as soon as possible to replace the supplies you lost on the way here.
You mentioned Hogsmeade, Professor.
Hogsmeade is the only all-wizarding village in Britain and is home to an array of shops and pubs. You should be able to find all of the school supplies you require in Hogsmeade. You will also, I imagine, enjoy many a butterbeer there with friends in due course.
Can you tell me more about the Defense Against the Dark Arts class?
Defense Against the Dark Arts, as the name implies, focuses on how to defend oneself against the evils that lurk beyond these walls. A mastery of Defense Against the Dark Arts is required for those who aspire to become auras. Fortunately, we are lucky to have the ever-gifted Professor Heckert in charge of our students' education in that regard.
What will I learn in Charms class?
Exactly what you might expect. Spells, charms, jinxes, all terribly useful. I think you will enjoy Professor Ronan. He's a clever and entertaining wizard, and a talented teacher.
Thank you, Professor Weasley.
A lot to absorb on your first day, and you have much to learn. Happily, your professors have agreed to create additional assignments for you outside of class. You'll be up to speed in no time. Judging by your adept use of Revelio earlier, I'd say Professor Fig succeeded in at least showing you the basics.
He did, Professor.
He's been terribly vague as to the events preceding your arrival, specifically about what happened after that awful dragon attack. My suspicion is that there's more to the story than a search for belongings and an extended trip up to the castle.
I'm sorry, Professor, but I'm afraid that's all there is to it.
Almost precisely what Professor Fig said. Speak of the devil, Professor Fig. Your ears must have been burning.
Oh?
Yes. You seem to have provided our new fifth year with a solid foundation in the basics of spellcasting.
Ah, I'm afraid I can't take all the credit there, Professor. They've a rare aptitude for magic, it seems.
Well, I'm just glad you both arrived in one piece. Perfectly good boats and carriages to Hogwarts, and you chose to fly in the path of a dragon.
I wouldn't say I chose the dragon's path, Professor. Rather unfortunately, it would seem that it chose us.
Very well. Enough chit-chat. I need to get to class myself. Might I rely on you, Professor Fig, to explain the details of the field guide's map?
Of course.
Thank you. Good luck today. And remember to use your field guide. It will be invaluable to you. And invaluable to me, as I'll be using it to keep up to date on your progress.
Yes, Professor.
Come and find me in my classroom after you've attended both classes today, and I'll explain more about those assignments I mentioned. And we'll see if we can't get you to Hogsmeade for those supplies.
It's good to see you, Professor.
And you.
When am I actually gonna
I
start
was
doing
hoping
stuff?
our paths would cross today, before you immersed yourself in studies.
Ugh.
Did I hear you masterfully evade Professor Weasley's interrogation regarding our late arrival?
Duh.
I did my best, but I'm fairly certain she suspects that we're not being entirely forthcoming.
Yes, well, Professor Weasley is a brilliant and astute witch.
I am
It would
very
need to
good
keep
at
the details to yourself for
lying.
now. We don't know where this path embarked upon will lead.
Yeah, because I
It may
sometimes tell a
require
lie
bit
to you
more
guys even.
flexibility
Want to know
with
what the
your
lie
time
is?
than she would
The lie
approve of.
is
And
that there
she may
ain't
feel
no
obliged
lie.
to share details with the headmaster
That was the lie of
that
the
would
lie.
be better left between us.
Understood, Professor.
Good. Now, as capable as you are,
What
I
if it
believe
was a
the
lie,
ability
which
you
makes you
possess
not think
obliges
there was
you
a
to
lie,
be
but there secretly was a
well-trained.
lie?
Happily,
Ooh,
you
that
have the
is now
benefit of an exceptionally skilled team of
very...
witches and wizards to
You don't
guide
know
you.
if it was a lie or not.
Speaking of
What is it?
guides,
Huh? What
and
is
so that I may
it?
avoid another not-so-subtle reproof from Professor Weasley, why don't I show you the clever enchantment we included in the field guide's map? Unfold it and have a look.
Boring. Go on. Defense against the dark arts. Charms class. Defense against the dark arts is, I think, that you
The map
are
is
in a
enchanted
duel,
to
but I
help
don't
you
want to
find your
duel
way.
yet. I
This'll
just
be
want I want
incredibly
to do when
helpful.
I have
Thank
dark
you.
arts, so I
Now,
can
it
actually
sounds like you've quite a day
show
ahead, what with
dark arts
classes and a
in a
trip to Hogsmeade for
defense
supplies,
against the dark
including your
arts.
own wand.
That
You'll
would be
enjoy
so
Mr.
funny.
Ollivander. He's an exceptional craftsman and a good friend. I shall reach out when I have more information about our mysterious locket. For now, focus on your classes and pay attention. More than your owls may hinge on the magic you are able to master within these walls.
Here! Behind you! There is an open seat here.
Thank you.
Hello, I am Nettie. So you are the new student. Have you met Professor Ronan yet?
Shall we begin? Welcome to Year 5 of Charms. Now, this will be a crucial year in your education on the art of charm work, but I am confident you will take hold with the passion and rigor requisite of such a challenge. Right?
Blah blah blah
Now,
blah blah
everyone,
blah blah
please
blah
open your
blah
textbooks
blah
to part one, two. But before we begin, can anyone here tell me the difference between the incantations of the color change and growth charms? Anyone? Anyone? I am afraid it is too late to study now. My, the summer months must have really taken a toll on you all. By the looks of it, you all spent your holidays practicing Obliviate on one another. Do you even remember how to perform a basic summoning charm? Well, it seems that we are in dire need of review. Everyone get into pairs and take positions on opposite sides of the classroom.
I could have easily
Now
done
let's
it if
put
I
those
have learned
textbooks
the
to
spell,
use as
but
the
I
blunt
literally
objects you so
just
believe
got
they
accepted,
are,
so
and
yeah.
take turns summoning them out of one another's hands. Only one book will be needed per partnership, Miss Dale. Thank you. Get into place now.
Ease.
Accio.
That is not bad.
You are a swift
Not
learner.
bad, it was
I see
perfect.
a lot of potential, but remember, potential is nothing without practice. Keep at it. You might just rival Miss Onai here. Very good, everyone. That's enough of that. Well, as you all seem to have the basics down, and it is an exceptionally lovely day, I was thinking that we might have ourselves a little excursion outside for a spot of fresh air. After me.
I'm gonna make sure that the Hogwarts never wanted to have me accepted. They would put me in prison. So bad am I gonna
I've
be.
always found that fun goes hand in hand with mastery, as I'm sure the Quidditch players amongst us would agree. So, what better than a bit of sport to put our prowess with the summoning charm to the test, right?
Yes, I love this one. This is that game which I told before, like, oh man, where is that game? I really like that. This is the game that I meant.
Very simply, cast Accio on one of the spheres and relinquish your charm at the last possible moment.
Accio.
Now, think of... That's it! Very good! Excellent control there. Stay focused. Very good.
Close,
Points
close.
to Slytherin. But there's certainly no sport in playing without some friendly competition. Miss Onai, would you care to give our new student a bit of a challenge?
Gonna obliterate everyone in the game.
You'll be the blues, just as before, and Miss Onai, you are playing red. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Be sharp.
Alright, nice, I guess. Maybe just knock that out of the way.
Accio.
Splendid!
Let us see this. Phew.
Not to worry.
Here we go. That is how it's done.
Accio.
Oh, that was an execution.
Let us make this a bit more interesting, shall we?
I think we are well past interesting at this point.
I'll say.
Enough chatter. Focus now. You will need it. This round settles it all.
Watch this. There we go.
Accio.
Very good.
Let us see this. Yes! You are not making this easy for me, are you? Here we go! Phew.
Accio.
Very good, both of you. Well done. Class is dismissed. Gather your things on the way out.
Good game back there. I must admit, I think I underestimated you. Took me weeks to become proficient with Accio. Took weeks for me to get anything right when I transferred here. It gets easier, I promise.
Thank you, but I've been holding my own.
I appreciate your confidence. I transferred here from Wagadu just before my 4th year. My mother received an offer to teach divination here. Before I knew it, we had left Uganda and were halfway around the world at a new school in a new country.
Well, it's been nice talking and competing with you.
And with you. Ah, I think Professor Ronan wants to talk to you. Better not keep him waiting. Until next time.
Of course, you can use Accio on humans, if you're so inclined.
Well, you'd be using it on clothing, to be precise, Sebastian. You know...
Professor Ronan reminds me of my grandfather. Loads of wisdom, but a bit mad.
You wanted to speak with me, Professor?
I did. I trust your first charms lesson lived up to expectation?
Well, an outdoor competition wasn't exactly the lesson I was expecting, sir.
What charm is there in the expected? You did well, managing to best as gifted a student as Miss Unai.
Thank you, Professor. I enjoyed the match.
Miss Unai is always a fierce competitor, though I sense that she is a bit distracted of late. Now, Professor Weasley has asked that your professors give you instruction outside of the ordinary curriculum. Expect to hear from me soon regarding a special assignment that I am preparing for you.
Hello there. You're the new student, aren't you?
Hello, you wanted to speak to me?
Samantha Dale. I've been eager to meet you. You're the student everyone's been whispering about. Hope your first day's going well. You certainly seem to hold your own in charms.
Thank you, but it really wasn't all that challenging.
My brother William would tell you not to be so humble and to trust your abilities. Then again, he tends to be a bit overconfident in his. Well, better see to my charms homework. I find Professor Ronan's lessons a bit more challenging than you do.
Lumos.
God. Is that all you've got?
Levioso!
Professor Hecat!
Perhaps you'd be good enough to blast each other to pieces in your own time. I get new students every year, but I only have one Hebridean black skull. It was a token from the Great Poacher Raid of 1878. No doubt you've heard of it. Now, you may be asking yourself how an old woman like me single-handedly took out the largest poacher ring in eastern Wales and lived to boast about it. Knowledge. To the wise, age matters very little. Today we will review a spell that has saved me from death at the hands of dark wizards more times than I care to remember. Levioso.
Levioso? A levitation charm?
Levioso! A surprised opponent is a weak opponent. Care to defend yourself, Master Pruitt? No? One thing I've learned as an unspeakable is the value of simplicity, especially in the heat of battle. Now, let's practice what we've just learned, starting with something small.
Levioso!
Levioso.
Now, let's try something a little larger.
I wish magic was real.
Let us begin with the basic cast. See how the dummy deflected your cast? This time, cast Levioso first, then the basic cast.
Come on, I can't do even the other casts. Oh,
Now,
that is what
the
I've been
basic
used.
cast.
Levioso!
Higher! I will send you in the atmosphere! Alright then.
Well done. Very good, but the best way to practice is by dueling. We'll start with you. Duelists, take your marks.
Time for a proper Hogwarts welcome.
Now I would even wish even more that I would have had Crucio or
Levioso,
something.
basic cast, and Protego. You may begin.
Or
Lumos.
This should be easy.
yeah? Easy you say?
Complicates things.
Levioso! How's the view? You're good.
How perceptive. Lucky.
Nothing lucky about it.
Bruh, I had my mic muted. Did you say easy?
Aren't you?
I say even easier.
I know. Let's just say I'm a quick learner.
Not bad for a beginner. You give as good as you get.
No, I give better.
I put you on the spot, and you rose to the challenge. Points to Slytherin.
Thank you, Professor Hecat. Glad to have the opportunity to practice.
If what I've seen today is any indication, we can expect great things from you. I demand excellence from my students. They are capable of achieving it, and they must achieve
How
it.
old are all of these
Classroom duel
teachers?
is one thing, but battling
No,
dark
seriously, like,
wizards,
are they
or
1000
as
years
ever more
old or
likely,
something?
goblins, is a different kettle of Grindylows entirely.
Understood, Professor.
So, I'd advise you to keep practicing whenever you can. Perhaps Mr. Sallow will have some ideas for you. Again, well done today. I shall reach out soon with additional assignments. All right, that's enough spectacle.
If you know the right...
I'd hate to face Professor Hecat in a duel.
Oh, I'm not much for dueling. I prefer to keep things...
You dueled Sebastian. He's strong competition. Well done.
Nice work.
I enjoyed that.
Well, that duel was quite something. Everyone will be talking about it.
It was certainly good
Just
practice.
watch out, bruh. Just
Felt more
watch
like I
your
was
jet, watch your
dueling an
jet,
expert.
man.
Didn't expect a new
You'll
student
be
to
lucky
so
if you
dexterous
survive the
and
end of the year.
Then again, perhaps this wasn't your first duel.
That'll just make him feel even
In
worse
fact,
that he
it
is
was.
just bad about it.
Perhaps I have a knack for it.
Be coy if you like, but I know better. Magic requires intention and talent. You know, you might be a perfect fit for a certain exclusive, unsanctioned dueling organization.
Sounds
Exclusive
true.
and unsanctioned. Count me in.
I'll learn Crucio and they will all be sorry that they even
If you
accepted me.
want to get the most out of your time at Hogwarts, you're going to need to break the rules now and then. Whether it's joining a secret dueling club, or sneaking into the restricted section of the library, you just have to be clever enough not to get caught.
Thank you, Sebastian. I'll keep that in mind.
Good. Pleasure chatting with you. I'm sure I'll see you soon. Perhaps somewhere unsanctioned? We'll see if your performance today was sheer luck or actual skill. Look for Luke and Brattleby near the clock tower entrance, if you're interested. Till next time.
Huh. Always thought Levioso was for first years. Not anymore.
be fair, I'm more a dog person, but I still like cats. I like both. I like cats and dogs. I'm a dog person and a cat person.
Professor.
I was thinking the same thing, Deke.
Don't go cat.
Perhaps you could help.
Oh, excuse, Deke.
Ah, there you are. I trust your first classes went well?
They did, Professor.
I heard as much from Professors Hecat and Ronan. Seems Professor Fig taught you quite a bit before you arrived. I'd wager there's a good deal more to your travels here than what you've told me. Isn't there?
Nothing more, Professor.
I see. Like trying to get a sonnet from a streeler. Regardless, you must continue to build upon what you've learned. In that regard, I've asked your professors to help hasten your progress with some extra assignments.
I'm not sure I have time for extra assignments, Professor.
You shall find the time. You'd be astonished to know just how much you don't know. In fact, Professor Ronan will meet you outside momentarily to assign
I just
your
want to
first
learn
day.
some unforgivable curses. Those are way more fun.
Hogsmeade I mentioned earlier.
Bruv.
We've arranged to replace the supplies lost on your way here, including seeds, potion recipes, and spellcrafts.
Thank you, Professor.
And Mr. Ollivander will connect you with the perfect wand. You've managed your classes well with a borrowed wand, but you'll find the magic you cast with your own wand to be far superior.
I've never heard of a spellcraft before, Professor. What is it?
A spellcraft is a recipe of sorts used when conjuring objects. I shall explain more about them when you begin working with transfiguration magic.
Yeah, that magic is boring. I'd rather just learn Lucio or
Get your bearings.
or and that last spell which I totally forgot about.
You spending time with them.
Right.
I'd like to go with Sebastian.
Sebastian is one of
Mr.
the two
Sallow
people
is a capable young wizard.
who
And
knows
he
that
knows
thing.
the area.
I don't know which
He'll
one
keep
knew
you
it,
well
but
clear of any
one
of
of the two
Victor
people.
Rookwood's undesirables
I'm getting
en route.
close to them.
Rookwood?
Trying
A rather
close to them so I can learn all of the spells.
to avoid him and his associates, including his right hand of sorts, Theophilus Harlow, if you can. Once you've finished Professor Ronan's assignment, your friend will meet you at the castle doors. No time to waste. The sooner you complete your work, the sooner you can enjoy a butterbeer at the Three Broomsticks.
This is getting a bit boring with how long it's taking. Can't I just finally actually do some stuff on?
There you are.
You have a new spell to teach me, Professor.
Indeed I do, and an exceedingly useful one at that. The mending charm, Reparo. Fixes things right up, makes a broken object good as new in the blink of an eye.
It seems as if that might come in handy.
More frequently than one would imagine. As Professor Weasley mentioned, I am not the only one who will be teaching you spells outside of class in an effort to catch you up with your peers. A number of your professors have agreed to do so as well, but first, each shall ask that you complete a few preliminary tasks to hone your magic. I have arranged some for today. See them through and then report back to me. We will have you casting Reparo in no time.
I'll start on the task right away, Professor.
Bro. Alright, I get.
Revelio. Professor, why must I complete
Oh,
these
I wanna-
tasks?
They are meant to give you first-hand experience
wanted
as
to
you proceed
collect
to
that
master
stupid field
new
guide
bits of
thingy.
magic. Good luck, and I shall see you soon.
Yeah, blah blah blah. Shut up. I'm just. Bam, finally. Alright. Alright.
This is the right area. I wonder where the flying page is.
Yeah, I saw it just pass by right now. I saw it literally just pass by. There it is. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? There. Crap! Get over here! You stupid doodoo head! Bro, what the hell, man? Finally, bro! Frickin' Mashiggle, Badigle.
The flying page must be around here somewhere.
Might some kind soul help me?
Alright.
Are you alright?
Don't you know who I am? Zenobia Noak, the girl whom everyone at school hates for no reason.
Oh yeah, you were the person who lost the stones.
Everyone hates you. Why?
Because Hogwarts is full of bullies and spoilsports. Leander Pruitt's one of the worst. That no talent.
Well, then you shouldn't talk to a Slytherin.
I wanted to make some new friends, and so I brought my collection down to the common room. My gobstone collection, that is. I was hoping someone would want to play. Are you familiar with gobstones? Little balls, like marbles. Grand game. And if you lose, they spray you with a foul-smelling liquid.
Yeah, I'm gonna be the
I
mean
haven't
person.
much interest in a game that sprays you with odors.
Only if you lose, which I never do. Or at least, not often. People can be so cruel. Just because they're sprayed all over with smelly gobstones.
But I'm gonna
spit,
try. Actually, I'm gonna collect the gobstones and
losing.
hold them for myself.
Imelda is one of the worst losers. Everett and Astoria are terrible as well. And now those poor losers have taken my gobstones and hidden them in very high places all over the school.
Rather an overreaction on their part.
I'll say.
Yeah,
Anyway,
I gotta act nice, so she
work out
wants
how to get them back on my own. I don't think I know the necessary spells yet.
Yes, see?
I need
She
someone,
asks me
perhaps
for
a
help.
selfless and talented
Yeah,
fifth
see?
year to help me.
She asks me for help, and then I'm gonna keep them secretly.
I'll see what I can do.
I'd appreciate the help. If you do find all of my gobstones, do come and see me again. I'll be back to playing Snake Pit and Jackstone by myself in no time.
Accio! Brilliant. I'd better keep an eye on high places around the school for Zenobia's gobstones. Revelio.
How do those stones even look like?
Weren't too much trouble.
I don't even know what I'm supposed to search for.
My aunt has some potions recipes. Sigmund Budge himself. She wouldn't make it up. She says they're ones he didn't.
Revelio. I'd better keep an eye on high places around the school for Zenobia's gobstones. Accio! Well, that's one of Zenobia's gobstones. I hardly see what all the fuss is about.
You should hear.
All these quests are gonna take years. Bro, how far am I supposed to go, man? Come on. She could have just rather waited some years on her own and... Yeah, she could have just waited some years and then done it herself.
Lumos.
Yeah, these quests always take years, so I think it's easier to just complete them while I'm busy with the rest and stuff.
I'd better keep an eye on high places around the school for Zenobia's gobstones. Revelio. Accio. Levioso. Revelio.
How high am I supposed to go, man? Bro. Yeah, I'm not giving these stones back now, definitely for sure. I mean,
I'd better keep an eye on high
if I
places
don't
around the
get
school for
anything for
Zenobia's
it, then nah,
gobstones.
bro.
Revelio. Accio. Revelio. Accio. I'd better keep an eye on high places around the school for Zenobia's gobstones. Revelio. Accio. I'd better keep an eye on high places around the school for Zenobia's gobstones. Revelio. Accio. That's the last of Zenobia's gobstones. I should go and see her.
What even are gobstones?
I hope you've had more luck.
Gonna be the
than I did
mean
tracking down
person.
I found all your gobstones.
Really? I didn't think it was possible. However did you do it?
Common sense and basic magic.
Well, may I have my gobstones back?
No!
I'm afraid I've decided to keep them. That'll teach you to stink up your classmates.
What? You'd keep my prized collection for yourself?
Yes. Finders keepers, I'm afraid.
I knew it! You're just as bad as everyone else. I hate this school. You'll all be sorry when I learn some more spells.
Blip.
I completed the assignments, Professor.
Well, I hope you liked the
clearly know your
video.
way around
I just
basic
started this
charms.
quest so I
Let
won't
us give
forget
the
in the
old
next
mending
video.
charm a try
And
then, shall we? Remember to
bye.
be deliberate in your
After the quest
enunciation and
started, come on.
movements. I want to see some vigor. Now, wand at the ready.
Yes, sir.
Remember, your wand is a
Well,
conduit of your magic.
but I didn't even got all of them yet. Alright, I guess. I guess it's a win for me. Alright, let's use the... Yeah, blah, blah, blah.
Very good. If you would like to practice
No, I like
something,
that.
have a go with that broken statue in the alcove by the wall.
Should I do like a Revelio or something? No.
Symbolized heartbreak. Perhaps a jilted lover thought it too accurate and lashed
Well, I
out.
hope you liked the video. Ach, wie zijn.